I am back with the exercise portion of lesson 2.1, and before I do this one, I want to show you how to find this in my notebook. So I am putting all of the lesson 2.1 in this pink section. So you'll notice that we have page 49 all the way up through page 53 where I've worked those problems. So the exercises are just going to follow right now. So they will still be in the pink section. But I will put here in bold letters that I am switching to the exercise book. So I'm leaving the textbook behind and I'm bringing in the exercise book. So if you do not have this book, please talk to your instructor and he or she can give you the book. So the exercise book, page 19. There are no new concepts here. This is just a set of exercise problems, practice problems. Number 1. Which of these is an example of a unit rate? 4 apples cost $1.50. So let's do it, put money on top. Dollars per apples. That's $1.50 for 4 apples. That is not a unit rate. Gas cost $3.69 per gallon. $3.69 per gallon. That is a unit rate. When you buy 1 box of cereal, you get the second box free. That's not even a ratio. It costs $17.50 to buy 2.5 pounds of fish. So this is dollars and pounds. $17.50 for 2.5 pounds of fish. That is not a unit rate. And then 24 eggs cost $4.20. So 24 eggs, that's 2 dozen, costs $4.20. So the answer to this one is going to be B, as in boy. But let's go ahead and find the unit rates for all of these, just as because this is exercise, this is practice. So this one, remember, to get a unit rate, you just have to divide 150 by 4, and that's going to be 0.375. So that's about 38 cents an apple. That doesn't look right to me, but yeah. Okay. This one was already a unit rate. That was our answer that we chose. This one, we want to break that down to a 1. So 17.50 divided by 2.5 is 7. So the fish is $7 a pound. And then 4.20 divided by 24 is 17 cents, 18 cents, we'll say, per egg. For 1 egg. So unit rates have a 1 as one of the units. Number 2. In a store, screws are sold for 48 cents a pound. So we are comparing dollars to pounds. And we get 48 cents in the dollars row. And per pound, that's 1 pound. That's a unit rate. You want to buy 7 pounds for one project and 5 pounds for another project. So 7 pounds and 5 pounds, that's a total of 12 pounds. How much will you spend on screws for both projects? So I have 48 cents times 12. 0.48 times 12 is 576. Divide that by 1 and nothing changes. So $5.76. I like answer D for this one. And trust me, I will be checking these. After that problem about those ducks, I will be checking. All right, number 3. On a farm, there are 24 cows, 16 chickens, 20 horses, and 15 pigs. So we have way more than 2 items here to compare. Which ratio is the greatest? All right, option A has us comparing cows to chickens. So that's going to be 24 cows to 16 chickens. B has us comparing pigs to cows. So there are 15 pigs to 24 cows. C has us comparing chickens to horses. Remember, a ratio only compares 2 at a time. So you have to read to figure out what the 2 are. So 16 to 20. D has us comparing horses to pigs. So we have 20 to 15. And then E has us comparing cows to pigs. And you notice, hopefully, 24 to 15, that I'm using 2 different formats to write my ratios. In the first one, I'm using the colon, and then in the second one, I'm using the fraction form. Now, I can eliminate B and C because they are proper fractions. The bottom number is bigger than the top, so those are not going to be greater. A, D, and E are top-heavy fractions. They're improper. The numerator, the top number is bigger than the bottom number. Now, if they all had a 15 on the bottom, we could compare them that way, but they don't. We have a 16, a 15, and a 15. So I could compare these two. Let me go ahead and do that. Because they're common, they both have a 15, and the 24 would be bigger than the 20. So this is not going to be the answer. So it's between A or E. And to know which is greater, I'm going to do a division problem. So I'm going to do all clear, 24 divide 16, not a fraction problem. And this comes down to be 1.5. And then I'm going to do 24 divided by 15, and it comes down to be 1.6. And you may be thinking, but you told me that a ratio has to have a top and a bottom. And that's true. They do. This one does have a top and a bottom, and so does this one. Those are the ratios. I'm just using the decimal equivalent of that ratio to compare to see which is larger. And I believe it's E, because 1.6 is greater than 1.5. So that is a handy little thing to know. If you need to compare the 2 ratios, this is one way that you can do it. The top numbers were the same, but the bottom numbers were different. So I want to see the decimal to compare. Okay, number 4. One car travels 240 miles in 4 hours. So the ratio is a common one of miles per hour. While another car travels 275 miles in 5 hours. What is the difference in the rates of speed in miles per hour? So I need to get a unit rate for each. So 240 divided by 4 is going to be 60. And then 275 divided by 5 is going to be 55. And the word difference tells me to subtract. So 60 minus 55 equals 5 miles per hour. So for this one, I like answer B, as in boy. And while I have you with me, I'm going to check these. So let me turn to the back of the book for page 19. And when I stop this video, I will fix it so I don't have to keep flipping back here. I'll mark the page. Number 1 is B. Number 2 is D. Number 3 is E. And number 4 is B. So we have all of those correct. And it's a little hard to tell that I've marked E on that one. So let me color that a little better. And I'm going to stop this video and come back with page 20.